When someone's criticism about me is accurate, then I have a responsibility to do something about it. That is part of being a good leader. If I respond correctly to my critics by examining myself and admitting my shortcomings, then I set myself up to begin making positive changes in my life. Author Aldous Huxley remarked, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad." My first natural reaction to criticism often isn't good. It's sometimes hurt, but more often anger. But after my anger has subsided, I try to determine whether the criticism is constructive or destructive. Some say constructive criticism is when I criticize you, but destructive criticism is when you criticize me. Here are the questions I ask to get to determine what kind of criticism it is. Who criticized me? Adverse criticism from a wise person is more to be desired than the enthusiastic approval of a fool. The source often matters. How was it given? I tried to discern whether the person was being judgmental or whether he gave me the benefit of the doubt and spoke with kindness. And why was it given? Was it given out of a personal hurt or for my benefit? Hurting people hurt people. They lash out or criticize to try to make themselves feel better, not to help the other person. Whether the criticism is legitimate or not, what determines whether I grow from or groan under unwanted words is my attitude. My friend, management expert Ken Blanchard is right when he says, "Some leaders are like seagulls. When something goes wrong, they fly in, make a lot of noise, and crap all over everything." People with that kind of attitude not only refuse to take responsibility for their contribution to the problem, but they also make conditions terrible for the people who work with them. People can change for the better only when they are open to improvement. For that reason, when I am criticized, I try to maintain the right attitude by not being defensive, looking for the grain of truth, making the necessary changes, and taking the high road. If I do those things, there is a very good chance that I will learn things about myself, improve as a leader, and preserve the relationships I have with others. The final step in the process of effectively handling criticism is to stop focusing on yourself. When we were growing up, a lot of us spent a good deal of time worrying about what the world thought of us. Now I'm 60, and I realize the world really wasn't paying much attention. Secure people forget about themselves so they can focus on others. By doing this, they can face nearly any kind of criticism and even serve the critic. For years, when I was the pastor of churches, I went out of my way to initiate personal contact with my critics every Sunday. I sought them out and greeted them. I wanted them to know that I valued them as people, regardless of what their attitude was toward me. Being secure in who I am and focusing on others allows me to take the high road with people. As leaders, we must always be serious about our responsibilities, but it isn't healthy for us to take ourselves too seriously. A Chinese proverb says, "Blessed are those who can laugh at themselves. They shall never cease to be entertained." I must say, for years, I have entertained myself.